Welcome to my thoughts on MLW Intimidation 2022. Now, I was asked by one of my subscribers, hey, could you look at MLW? I said, look at it. He said, yeah, this is going to be live soon. I said, what, today? And that was Thursday before Impact. He said, yeah, well, I can't do it because Impact's about to come on. So I might do it tomorrow. And he said, great. So this is my thoughts on Intimidation 2022. The last time I looked at MLW, I was totally non-satisfied with it because of how bad the production is. I'm sorry, guys. One of the things many people don't understand, and this is not about the match quality, which I will get to a certain extent, to the two matches that was shown, not talking about any of the promos in the back, any of the interviews, even though Marquez is there. I'm not going there because I don't watch the product, so I can't critique what happened there. I'm just not going to. I'm just going to tell you how I felt about the production value and about how the matches went. Basically, it doesn't matter who was in the matches. The point is how I feel about my thoughts about the entire product. And that is, understand, I'm not just going by the matches, because a lot of people do not understand the reason why ECW was so great in the past, or WCW, or NWA in the past. They understood multiple things. They did back then. They understood presentation. They understood how to make it mean something to the people. People don't get that. And that's one of the reasons why there's not that many casual fans watching anymore, because they're not presenting them correctly all the time. That's the truth. So, what did we get in this MLW Intimidation 2022? Camera work was still no better. I'm sorry. If you can't see what's going on in the ring, who gives a fuck? I'm sorry. Now, lighting. Lighting was fine in the ring. That's one thing I can easily say better than Impact Wrestling. The lighting in the ring was actually pretty decent. You can see, even with the cameras, even with the angles when they did their camera work, was better when if you're not looking at how to see when the wrestlers are wrestling. At least they were in angles that you didn't have heavy reflection in your eyes when you're trying to watch the product. Very few times was the light really bad, so you could not see the wrestlers in the ring because of how they angled the camera and the lights. So in the ring, the lights were fine. You could actually generally see when the camera angles were working what's going on in the ring. But then you look outside and you see they have almost an 8 to 10 foot gap between the ring and the wrestlers compared to the fans. Here's the ring with the wrestlers. Here's the fans. A huge 10-foot gap. It used to be 6, but now with COVID, they try to separate it more. Guys, I couldn't see shit of the fans. Why? What was that? Look, it's bad enough when Impact did it, when they were in the 2300 arena. That can only hurt. Oh, calm down. You have these Bush League shows that some of them actually understand, no matter how small the fans are, you need to show them on camera. What is the point of filming everything if the person at home doesn't get anything out of it? When it came to ECW, they were willing to show the damn fans. Yes, they weren't big, but it didn't make a difference as long as they were enthusiastic and they cared. And taking away from how the ring work was from those two matches didn't matter. You had fans that were cheering pretty loudly. But we couldn't see them because the fucking lights were off. Almost total blackness. For what reason? Presentation is everything, guys. No matter how much you, as wrestling fans, you're willing to take whatever's in front of you. And that's not to insult you. Many fans at home who cannot go to these places are willing to take whatever they can and be happy with it. But I'm seeing it from a fan's point of view who loves pro wrestling and a casual fan's point of view who's going to maybe go into becoming a fan of pro wrestling. Why the fuck are you going to watch something when you can't see it? MMA doesn't black out all of the fans that are around the octagon or the rings. At least they make sure people can see the people there and understand that it's exciting. I didn't get shit. I got voices but no faces. Why do I fucking care? Honestly, it's the same what happened with Impact Wrestling when they were in the 2300 arena. They were packed nearly to maybe 800 or 900 people easily in their 2300 arena when they were in the 2300 arena. I'm forgetting it's Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I believe that's where it is. But the point is, they were there. They had the fans in good amounts, and instead of showing it to the people at home so you feel more like you're participating in it, that you can live vicariously through the people there, they didn't do it. And then, here, it was worse. We didn't see barely anyone. When you saw the wrestlers on the floor, which didn't look like there was any matting, it was just wooden floors, you could not barely see the people. They wanted them to be dark. Why? That's fucking Bush League. Either you overexpose the cameras over there by making it so damn bright you can barely see anything, or you don't put any lights whatsoever freaking ever. That was the most stupidest thing they could have done. I don't care if this was a special for MLW. It was bullshit. Now, let's get to the ring work itself. The 6-man tag. Now, I'm not going to say the guy's names there. I don't remember now. I do know that maybe Beastio was there. And he's supposed to have been with El Rebellion because 666 was shown at the end of the show with the guy who used to run Lucha Underground. But the point is, that 6-man tag was interesting to a certain time and point. But there was one glaring weakness. One glaring weakness that made it not the camera work, not the lighting, not the audio. It was the participant that was in it. No matter how interesting it was at first, you have a wrestler and a microman. Interesting. Seeing a midget wrestler working with full-size wrestlers is fine. But it depends on how big the wrestler is and how they can make some of the moves look good. I'm not taking anything away from Microman. He probably is a great midget wrestler. And when he's working with other midget wrestlers who are either much, much bigger than him or his size, they can make it work. And I'm sure this was supposed to be a joke match. But there is a point, literally, when they try to make it serious and Microman tries to add into what he's doing and they try to sell it, it looks freaking stupid. I'm sorry. Yes, there are points in a match that has a midget wrestler with full-size wrestlers or near full-size that it can be fun. It can be funny. But you got a 6-man tag, and the problem I saw was him trying to do regular moves with full-size wrestlers when he should be doing joke moves with full-size wrestlers. You cannot have a full-size wrestler swing him around like he's going to do a Sin Cara armbar at one point, or Hurricane Rana, if he can't even wrap his own legs around the damn neck of the wrestler. If he had been a bigger wrestler, a bigger midget wrestler who could wrap his legs around the guy's neck, or arm for that matter, it would look better. But we're talking about a midget wrestler who maybe about 3'7", 3'9", maybe 4 foot. He was too small, and it looked like they were swirling around a child, a baby. I've seen calm down. I've seen midget wrestling. I like midget wrestling. It has its moments where it can be flat out more fun than a regular wrestling match, because you have multiple different types of wrestlers that are different heights and sizes that you can work with. Midget wrestlers work with smaller midget wrestlers, or big midget wrestlers work with big midget wrestlers. You got a very, very small midget wrestler who should not be wrestling with extremely large wrestlers who have to literally sell so heavily and make it look like not a joke, like you know it's a joke, that he has to do it, at least to make it look good. They don't even have him wrapped, he holding an arm or holding a neck or using his legs to try and wrap around a regular wrestler's neck to make it at least look a little bit fun. They're just holding him and they're trying to sell it and the crowd cheering for it like sheep. They should have booed this damn thing out of the damn fucking arena. I'm sorry. If you don't agree with me, I understand. If you love MLW and love Microman, I'm not against you. I will love Microman too if he's in the right setting with the right wrestlers. You had too many big guys who he couldn't really fully interact with except for one, and I don't remember the guy's name. He's much smaller than everyone there. I don't think he's a midget wrestler. He's probably 5 foot tall, and he, or 5'3" or 5'4", easily much bigger than Microman. He was the only one that he seemed to line up the best with, and the other wrestlers were bullshit. It was shit. I didn't like the match. I didn't. And I'm not against anyone who is participating in it, but you put Microman in that situation instead of giving him a proper match where there was a little bit of a balance, where there was more midget wrestlers, another midget wrestler, or two. At least on the opposite side, where he could have more midget wrestlers that he could work with that was near his size, not to make it so fucking garbage. Now, the final match of the night. And that was, what was it? Hammer Fist, and I've seen him before. He looks good. You got Fatu, who is basically a Jimmy and Jay Uso relative, and Solo. I believe his name is Solo. I can't remember his name. He's on NXT. So he's there. He is a Fatu relative. Think he's another brother of theirs. And you got, what was the guy's name? Connor or Conquer? I can't remember his name. He's from Contra. Now, I do remember a little bit of Contra that was on MLW before. They have had Contra for a very long time. I do remember that. I don't remember. I think his name is Kruger. I take that back. I think his name is Kruger. He's been with Contra for, if I remember, he's been with them for quite a long time. So, this was not a problematic match. It was fine. And for what I remember, Hammer Fist had been the champion. Then I think Fatu was champion. And now Hammer Fist is champion again. And the thought that went through my head was, I doubt he's going to job. And I was right. He didn't job. Now, was this overall a good show? No. I'm sorry. If anybody think I was going to enjoy MLW, knowing full well that MLW is acting like Impact Wrestling and most independent wrestling companies that truly believe that, one, they have to do really tight camera work like this, that people will like it. Two, they have to dim everything darker than this in the hopes that people at home will like it when hardcore fans, they'll be fine with anything you give them. I'm sorry. In many cases, hardcore fans will take anything. But do you actually think casual fans, or somewhere in between regular pro wrestling fans, casual pro wrestling fans, are going to give a fuck about that? They want to see what's going on in the damn ring, and someone says, oh, on Twitter, people will find, you want to make a bet those are hardcore fans? Come on, think about it for a minute. There's a reason why people call these type of promotions like Hog, who doesn't do the camera work right either. Like when it comes to what? I remember there was one company, it's been a while, Continental Wrestling, I believe there's one there. I've seen West Coast Wrestling. I did see them. They are one of the few that actually did good camera work, but the lighting was bad and the audio was bad. But they did great camera work. Right now, there's only a few companies that do lighting correctly, camera work correctly, and audio correctly. NWA, I repeat this again, the oldest known organizational promotion in the damn country, that has been defunct at least once. As far as I know, at least once it's been defunct. I don't know, I think it might have been twice, but at least once. Sorry, it's a little dark. At least once has been defunct. Done. Ended. it still has good lighting, decent camera work, decent audio. AEW, good camera work. Sometimes they botch, just like NWA. And I see NWA being a bit better than AEW when it comes to the camera work because, yes, they are a small arena, but at least they understand, unless someone screws up the camera work, but they do understand that people want to see what's going on in the ring. AEW is the same thing. If you do not understand that, you have a problem because all these indie promotions never get anywhere, no matter what anybody says, due to the fact that you can't see what's going on in the ring. WWE is another one that understands presentation with camera work and lighting. They do the audio properly most of the time. The only thing is, when they do the audio properly, they do the lighting properly, they do the camera work properly, they push in canned heat and can pop so much because nobody cares. That's the truth. That's what they did notoriously for years. So generally, those three have been doing decent to good camera work. Lighting, audio. Has Impact Wrestling done that? No. Has MLW done that? No. Has Hog done that? No. Has GCW? Hell no, they have not. They made that all about, you know who it is. I don't even need to say anything about him. I gotta say Nick Gage. I got to. When it comes to it, that's what they focus on him. They're not focused on making sure that they cater enough to everyone. Why do you think WWE, WCW, ECW, WWCW, NWA, AWA, all those other promotions years ago, they may not have been super big, but they were popular because they understood how to cater to people, giving a presentation at home. That's what this is all about. People at home. Home. This is what no one seems to want to hear. People stream this shit when they upload that crap to whatever app, if it's Fightful or whoever else is going to produce it for them. The majority of their money is not coming from the arenas and ticket sales. It's coming from people from home who sees the product and buys the fucking merch. Do they get it? No. Why do I see this and nobody else does? Why did I not want to hear it? When you see what's going on, those shows, when they do it correctly, have huge amounts of people that like it because they get to see it. But this is just me, and I hope you enjoyed this Intimidation 2022 from MLW, my thoughts on it. Please give me a comment below. You will be seeing my Rampage review tonight. I've already uploaded my Gump report. Now this one, then my Rampage. I'm doing 3 videos in the same day. I hope you guys like it. Peace.